shadows to stay undetected and to try and outsmart his enemies. So when we began work with NVIDIA a few months ago, they sent engineers in, and a combination of things that helped us with our light and shadow were TXAA and the implementation of that, which is essentially kind of like the platinum standard for anti-aliasing, horizon-based ambient occlusion, and high-resolution shadows. And those three things combine to ensure that we have light and shadow that has depth, definition, and more importantly for the player, great readability. So it's been great to have them working with us and to bring them into Ubisoft, and they're going to help us further, currently helping us with our DirectX 11 version, which you'll be seeing fairly soon. We're not showing it today, we're actually showing the DX9 version, but in addition, when we show more of the DX11 version, it's going to have things like tessellation, parallax mapping, which are going to introduce further depth and definition and texture to the environments that we've built. So, turning to the game that we're about to show you now, hopefully some of you have seen a little bit of Blacklist already. This is the first game out of Ubisoft Toronto. It's the biggest, it's the most ambitious Splinter Cell that Ubisoft has ever built. It's a little known fact, but the US has a military presence in around 2/3 of the countries around the world. It doesn't take a giant leap of the imagination to think that a lot of those countries are probably not happy about this. So, our narrative sees a group of 12 rogue nations who pair together to sponsor a group of terrorists known as the Engineers, because they know that they can't actually beat the US in a head-on military conflict. The Engineers mastermind the Blacklist, and the Blacklist is a series of attacks escalating in severity and directed at US interests abroad and on home soil. So with that in mind, there's only one man who's suitable for the job. The President re-enlists Sam Fisher and gives him control of 4th Echelon, which is a small team of hand-picked operatives, and together they're going to go in and try and prevent the Blacklist from occurring. So we've given Sam everything in this game that he needs in order to achieve that goal. You'll see in a minute we've really focused on fluidity and the movement of the character and his dexterity in navigating the environment and making use of all the 3D navigation that we've built into our levels. We've given him a huge array of gadgets and weapons which are fully upgradable through our extensive customization system. We've applied 3 core play styles that make use of those gadgets, taking care of all the different stripes of Splinter Cell fans, from the ghost player on one extreme who wants to go in, never be detected, never touch the AI, and get through to their objective without anyone ever having known that they were there. On the other extreme, we have the assault player, the more aggressive player, who likes to use deadly force and go straight into combat. Then in the middle, which is more the kind of demo that you'll see today, we have got the Panther player, and the Panther is someone who still typically likes to remain undetected, but is also not afraid to spring out of the shadows and take down their adversaries when it is advantageous to them. A really cool thing about the game is that we can detect how you play. So when you get to the end of any given mission, we'll know not just whether you were predominantly a Ghost, a Panther, or an Assault player, but we can actually kind of tell how well you did at it and how well you mastered one of those styles. And we reward you through our economy system, which gives you dollars in the game to spend on the economy, to spend on the gadgets, to spend on customization, and it's also universal, so it extends across all of our different game modes. So when we say that this is the biggest Splinter Cell that we've ever produced, it's because we've brought back things like Spies vs. Mercs, which is our asymmetric adversarial multiplayer mode, which was much requested by the fans, and also co-op, which was much acclaimed in Splinter Cell Conviction. We've brought back, extended, and integrated into the single player and the wider campaign much more extensively. It's all tied together in the SMI, the Strategic Mission Interface, which is Sam's view on the world. All of our content, the lines between single player, multiplayer, and co-op is completely blurred using the SMI, and we bring in friend information as well and live updates, that it really gives the player everything that they need to access on one single screen. So it's been great working with NVIDIA to produce this. We're really proud of the PC version that we're about to show you now. We're going to be even prouder when it's finished and it's got all of the bells and whistles on as well. So turning to this demo, the demo we're about to show you, this is the abandoned mill. This is about halfway through the game. Sam and 4th Echelon have some intelligence that has pointed them to an engineer cell in London, and they're going in to sort it out. see now some of the customization system. We've got a number of gadgets here that have already been customized and upgraded. And this is a particularly cool little trick with the tri-rotor, which we're about to show you now. So this is a kind of stealth reconnaissance gadget, but it's been kitted out with sticky shockers as well, so it can actually take out enemies.
Briggs, you got my 6? Copy. Reach position Bravo. I see the truck headed out. Looks like they're moving cargo.
Copy. 10, 12 o'clock.
You okay?
Shot.
I'm on the route.
Dug out the full blueprint. This place used to be a flower mill. If you look at the north wing, there's a freight elevator.
So you can see that this is a very traditional Splinter Cell mission in terms of the visuals, and it really kind of hits home how important our light and shadow gameplay is to us. We don't just have static shadows in the game that Sam sculpts around, but you can actually play with the lights, turn lights on and off, shoot lights out, and it's extremely important to the core gameplay experience of Splinter Cell.
Hell of a night to be out here, isn't it? What? You get a little wet, you think you're gonna melt. It's slippery out here. A little wind, I'll take you flying lessons. I've been shirts have been since last you found them. Got him in complaining nothing. That's because you're too dumb to know your screw. Who's gonna come over the rooftops on a night like this? If we do our jobs, no one. Now shut your gob and get back to it.
Track 1 continues. Everything's clear. Track 1 here. Everything looks normal.
archetype present, so Sam can't use his goggles. So what you'll see here is we build these little playgrounds all the way through the game where we really let Sam use his verticality and dexterity and his ability to sort of navigate the environment in 3 dimensions. Leave it there. If you would like to see the rest of this mission, we're showing this both on the NVIDIA booth and at the Ubisoft booth. If you come to Ubisoft as well, we're also showing co-op, Spies vs. Mercs, and a little bit more single-player content. The one final thing I'd like to say is we've launched a free app this week called Spiderbot, which is a companion game for Splinter Cell Blacklist. It's quite cool because you can actually earn currency in there that translates to the main game, and it's free this week, so please try that if you get a chance. Thank you very much.